Okay guys, welcome to another post-rapid concept workshop here with Appster in San Francisco. So we've got Quinn and Chris. How are you boys?
Doing pretty well.
Great.
Awesome. So Quinn's actually flown in from Sacramento.
No, I drove in.
Oh, drove in, sorry. And Chris has come in from Silicon Valley. So look, you've just completed your rapid concept workshop. How did you find it?
It's great.
Yeah, I was very impressed with everything from start to finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was it what you expected or what?
Yeah, absolutely what I expected. Actually, kind of more than I had expected.
What we hoped for, certainly.
Okay,
Yeah.
now this is a bit different because you guys have already had an experience with another developer in the past. We won't name their names
Sure.
for defamation purposes, but give us a little bit of contrast with your experience with them in compared to your experience with Appster today.
A lot more organized architecture from
Okay.
Appster, certainly. In fact, over the course of the last 2 days, you took what was basically a shotgun of information from us and you helped organize it into something that was clearly structured in architecture and scalable.
And then this is sort of your background. You're very technically gifted, so to speak.
Inclined, if not.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's great. I love the feedback. So,
Yeah, I agree. And there's a the business aspect to it. The marketability, is this viable? Is it not? Where, as opposed to where it's the other side is, this is what I want to build, and they say, okay, let's build it, and then it's built, and there's really no interaction. There's no feedback.
No strategy,
There's
no risk
strategy.
mitigation.
They don't
Exactly.
question. They don't question.
So yeah, it's a slippery slope, really, isn't it? So you've exhausted a lot of time and resources, and we've said it's not the worst thing because if you didn't do that, you wouldn't be here with us now.
Right.
So it's things happen for a reason, but it's a very, very innovative project. We won't tell you the concept, but it's revolved around the medical industry, and this thing could fix a problem that is quite a serious concern at this stage.
Yeah.
So at this stage, if you were to give anyone watching at home any sort of critique in terms of preparation for, if they're in that conceptual discovery stage, they might not have, worked with another developer, but they have an idea.
Right.
How would you advise them to, prepare for the rapid concept workshop?
To prepare, start with the basics of the basics of the basics and don't skip anything.
Yeah.
Gather as much information as you can to help you reach your decision.
Okay, awesome. And tell me a little bit more about your product strategist, Esther. How did you find her?
Esther took a wealth of information, a shotgun of information, and basically put it together. And at the end of the workshop, I looked around the room and realized we just threw a lot of information at her.
Mm-hmm.
And the conversations that we were having at the end of the day, it was she clearly understood it and grasped it, which is to me it was really impressive because the things that we're kind of talking about and dealing with, there's a lot of steps and she absorbed it really quickly. It was great.
Right. She asked questions that we hadn't considered the answers for.
Excellent.
So we got the specifics down that we needed to, so that we wouldn't have to backtrack later and fix problems. And the other thing was, it seemed like when we were shotgunning this information, it wasn't like she was building something. It's like there was already a hidden structure there that she knew about, and she was just kind of putting it where it was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty fantastic.
Aligning the ducks.
Oh yeah, like it was supposed to be there the whole time.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah, exactly. And it should have been there already, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's so imperative to go through this process.
Right.
2 days of a grueling game plan or creating a blueprint. So at the end of the day, there's 50 plus pretty good developers out there in America alone. What was the definitive value wedge, or what made you guys decide to partner up with us?
Well, for me it was some prior conversations, but it's really the approach and the value add. Right? I'm sure there's a lot of great developers out there, but it truly is a partnership in the sense that that there's more than just we're going to build something and give it to you. It's clearly defined with your model that this is an ongoing relationship and a long-term relationship from the start. It's not just something that is said, when you first meet and we want to make that happen, we want to establish a long-term relationship. It's part of the model. And so that to me was the definitive part, the answer in my mind is that, we're at a turning point and this is where we're going to go.
That's excellent. And I think you hit the nail on the head. We our main focus is how do we work with entrepreneurs like yourselves to create scalable and sustainable technical businesses or startups. There's a massive difference between being a developer and creating a product and then throwing it over the fence, so to speak. And I say this to all my clients, as opposed to someone who's like a technical co-founder without equity, who's there from A to Z. So that's what we really pride ourselves on, and that's why we have such happy clients like yourselves.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's true.
Awesome, guys. Well, look, thank you so much for coming in. We'll keep you guys updated at home and let you know how the boys go. But I've got high hopes for this project. So thank you very much, both.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.